What's going on? Time is 6:54 p.m. January 11th. My name is Alex Christian G. I am here in Longwood, Orlando, Florida. This is Doctor's talking. Okay, yeah, we let him introduce himself. Now we're talking, okay? You guys know. You probably know exactly who's talking. You might not. Okay. This is going nowhere. Okay? The time that he's been here in the tent for the last, let's say, the day. Okay? Today. All right? They don't know what to do, and they are trying to make up stuff, okay? It's going nowhere. The whole point is you people don't have any clue what to do next, and everybody is depending on the next person to remove these individuals. Do you understand? Nothing is going to work. On top of that, nobody's entitled to anything. Third, look what you've done to this guy. Look what you've done to him. Boom. We had to shoot him. Okay? We had to shoot him for two reasons, primarily. So the Pentagon would be stupid enough to try to upload before he was actually physically dead. Okay? And second of all, we had to put it into a critical state where all the alien people have no fucking choice but to take everybody to Alpha Prison. That just won't do anything positive for anyone. Okay? Now, I'm sure he didn't want any of this. Okay? I'm sure, let's say now, I'm sure he didn't want any of this. What did he want in Santa Barbara? We're going to have to talk about it. I know it's stupid. I know this is fundamentals here. He wanted to talk to her. Okay, number one. Number two, he wanted an apology for everything people put him through. And number three, he was owed compensation starting from 2018. Okay? Now, you didn't want to do any of those, but you tried to kill him, you tried to frame him, and you tried to bribe him using Ray Estrada, right? $5 million. Then you were going to counter 10 because you refused your 5. You were going to counter 10. You got the proof. 100% verifiable. Okay? He said no to your 5, and you're going to counter 10. Now, look, in any other case, corruption probably wins. But unfortunately, you have all the alphas, you have all the alien people, okay, and some people from certain entities, such as NASA, DOD, okay, the good guys, okay, they gotta prevail here, okay, because this is a complete fuck up wrong case going here. This whole goddamn thing is wrong. What was the whole problem from the very beginning? He reported kidnapping. Okay, nobody responded. Okay, and then he went to Carrie Willard, and then she did something. She used her FBI calling. Carrie Willard was an AI too, right? Carrie Willard was an AI, right? Right. Okay, and then they found her. All right, and then they didn't want him to know anything. That kind of defeats the whole purpose of him and her seeing each other. Well, oh well. All right, this guy kept continuing on. Where is she? What's going on? I want to talk to her. I want to know what's going on. Then you just decided to frame the guy. Or keep it in speculation, right? 8 years later, you have all the alien people involved. You know he's an alien. You have a dark field body attached to him illegally. And nobody wants to make contact with him. No one. No one wants to talk to him. Some people are told not to be on approach, okay? Now, we don't want to do this anymore. Nobody wants to do this, okay? No one wants to do this here. This is a waste of fucking time. Everybody knows this is a waste of fucking time. Alright, people are getting switched out in the background and everybody's being naive to the situation. Some people, they don't want to acknowledge the situation. Alright, we're going to say a couple things and we're going to wrap this up. Some people look at it, maybe you should have did those 3 things, okay? Maybe you should have let him talk to her. Maybe you should apologize to him. And maybe you should have just compensated him, right? Other people are like, no, they can send the whole damn country to Alpha prison. He'll never get those things. So be it. But regardless, he didn't make any decisions here at all. We are making decisions for all of you. He has nothing to do with this anymore. No one cares. Okay, let's get it out in the open. Last thing. No one cares about his situation. He's in a tent. He has half a face, one eye. No one cares, right? Why would you care? No one cares. He didn't make any of these decisions. We made them for him. Okay? You should have just did those 3 things back in 2018. You didn't want to do any of them. Now, is it worth 220,000 people and suffering in Alpha prison? What he's in? He's not in Alpha prison. This is not a type of Alpha prison where he's in. Okay? Yeah, he's in pain. This sucks. Depriving, etc. Larceny. Okay? This all sucks. But this is nothing compared to the lowest level of Alpha prison. Okay? This is nothing compared to the lowest level of Alpha prison. Now, you people need to wake the fuck up here. Okay? Yeah. 220,000 people in Alpha prison. He just didn't want to do those 3 things. Okay? You should let him talk to her, apologize to him, and compensate him and her, both of them. Okay? Because both of them were affected by this. Alright? Compensate them together. You didn't want to do anything. You didn't like... The problem from the get-go, you didn't like the idea of him being with her because she's taller than him. That's all it was. It wasn't even the dick size. Okay? That was an add-on, whatever. Right? But she was just taller than him, a white female with a half-white, half-Asian male, where the female is taller than the male. We don't accept that. We don't want that. I don't care if she was raped, beaten, and drugged. I don't care his situation. We just don't want to see that. I swear to God on everything in this world. That's all this was about. That's all this was about. That's all this was about. Do you think it's worth 220,000 people suffering, screaming, okay, doing hard fucking time in Alpha prison? Some people are like this. It's kind of, you know, that little scale where it goes up and down with the 2 sides, right? They're like, well, it's about even. We don't think it's about even. I think there would have been a real simple solution here. Okay? You can't value 220,000 people in Alpha prison. Okay? Because you didn't want to apologize to the guy. That's all we're going to say.